I'm so excited to see you again. Today we got a special topic, as all of them covering, about motivation, what it is, and most importantly, how to get motivation in your daily life. How to get and how to feel motivated when you're feeling down and depressed and low and drained on energy. So, first of all, let's start with the basics. What is motivation? And motivation would be the drive to achieve your goals and dreams, and it is often influenced by how much you want the goal, how much you will gain from this goal, and also what you will lose in achieving this goal, and of course your personal expectations in your goal or dream or future wish. So you have to understand, why is motivation important? And for many reasons, but I'm going to sum them up. So basically, motivation provides you with goals, with dreams to work towards on something, to be focused on something. It also to helps you to solve problems, and depending on your level of motivation, you might be feeling more compelled to solve these problems and hardships in a faster way or at a slower pace. Also, motivation, I would say, drives you a lot, encourages you to change all habits, especially toxic habits that keeps you in blocking pathways who doesn't allow you to expand and grow into your full potential. For example, procrastination. And also, motivation helps you a lot to cope with challenges and opportunities in life. Now, I'm making this video because it was highly requested by you, and I understand that you might need some help in motivation, and this is totally okay because I struggled with motivation myself in my life. I had such a level of anxiety that it was so hard for me to regain concentration and focus. I just felt so overwhelmed. One of my limiting beliefs regarding motivation and just keeping on with life was basically, if everything was going wrong, what was the point? Like, if everything was bad in my life, what was the point in keeping on going farther? Where I was be on the victim mindset forever and that's it, and I wouldn't care. But as time went by, I realized that I had two choices: either continue this life of perpetual victimism or choosing to take charge of my own life and be the hero of my story, which, by the way, is another choice you can take as well. So if you are in this mindset of hopelessness, if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I deeply encourage you to take a step back and revalue your life choices and let go of those that you don't need right now at this moment. And then you will start to see the light. So this is one of the important things I saw before getting into the tips I'm going to give you to stay motivated every day. So for these tips, I encourage you to take a notebook and a pen or pencil and start writing this down. So the first one is to set one specific achievable goal. So nothing too complicated, just think of one thing you want to get in your life and write it down. So it can be anything. It can be getting a job, getting promoted, getting, I don't know, finish some studies, a degree, or maybe creating a video, or doing a set of chores in a day, just something simple, and write it down, something you wish to do. Or maybe it can be, I don't know, just being a very famous YouTuber. So the next step would be to think, how can you implement this goal in your life? And it can be, setting a certain amount of steps in your life. Just think, how can you make this goal achievable by putting it in your life? Then also remember to put a time frame on this goal. It can be, 7 weeks or a year, or maybe 5 or 10 years. Just mentalize yourself and see the perspective on how you're going to get this goal to work. Then the next step is to set and divide this goal you wish to achieve into small, easy tasks for it to be easily done. So let's say you wish to learn a new language, let's say Spanish or French. So in order for you to learn this language, you have to practice every day, right? You have to practice writing, reading, also watching movies in this language, talking to natives, just practicing every day a few minutes. So this would be part of the easy, simple, small tasks you have to include to achieve your goal. Now, before we get on the part on how to stay on track on this goal, I'm going to remind you that it's super important for you to have a source of support. It can be friends, family, a romantic partner, anyone. But if you have, for example, narcissistic parents or a narcissistic partner, please remember that you shouldn't share parts of your life with them, because they're going to use them against you. So make sure that your source of support is a trustworthy person or people, and they just want you to see you win, okay? Super important. So now that we talk a little bit about how to start to be feeling motivated, now we're going to talk and discuss on how to keep on track, how to stay motivated every day. And this is one of the things I really enjoy, and it's basically putting reminders. When I'm not keeping myself on track, I'm usually a very forgettable person. I forget things easily. I'm very clumsy. I can be clumsy. But life works if you have reminders. So it can be a diary where you write things with a pen. It can be an app, an alarm clock, for example, an alarm app. It can be anything. So just put your reminders to make sure you are implementing your goals, your future dreams, and the steps you need to take in order to make those dreams, maybe healing, those dreams a reality. Now, a bit of mental health advice here. If you struggle a lot with anxiety or depression, positive self-talk is a must. When you have anxiety or depression, it is super common for you to experience intrusive thoughts every single day, every second, every hour, every minute. And these thoughts are going to tell you the worst things ever. These thoughts are telling you that you are not worth it, that nothing you do is going to come to fruition. Nothing you do is for your best. So it's important to ground yourself instead of being alternatively depressed in the past or anxious in the future. You have to come back to the present moment, okay? You have to remember to come back to the present and ground yourself and stick to your goals. Instead of saying things like, I can't do this, I'm not worth it, you need to shift the focus and say, I can try. Instead of judging people all the time, you can say, I didn't meet them. Why am I judging them? Not everyone is the same, you know? I can try and talking to them and be curious about their experiences and have an open mind instead of being so closed. So, as I mentioned previously, mindfulness is super important. Just the need that you need to return to the present moment. If you want to learn how to stay grounded in the present moment, check my meditations playlist. I have lots of meditations there you can try to return to the present moment and stay focused on your dreams and your goals. The link is here below the description and above the video, okay? Other methods that I love a lot to keep on track is one of them is to join a support group, because some groups can be as effective as professional help. You know, the wish to feel understood, and how many people in society they feel so lonely because they don't have any support from their peers, family, or friends. And a support group can do the same thing as any therapist or counselor may have. And of course, reward yourself after getting the task done. This is super important because it encourages your brain to release more chemicals, happy chemicals, to keep motivating yourself. So the more you reward yourself after you do, let's say, a hard task or something that you've been procrastinating for so long, the better it will be, because your brain will relate this task with something good, with something positive. So please remember to reward yourself. It can be something delicious, like, I don't know, cake or some nuts or something like that, something you enjoy. It can be watching your favorite movie. It can be spending some time in a spa, or even bath time, relaxing, you know. It can be meditation time, it can be time outside with friends, things like that. And they can be simple. They don't have to be like going to another country because you want to relax. So thank you so much for watching until this point. Keep here until the end, because we're going to discuss about how to keep yourself motivated on a daily basis. So the first thing would be to regularly check your goals and progress. The progress is a very important thing, especially if you tend to get discouraged fast. Seeing and checking your progress will remind you that you're going on the right track. So always see the progress that you made with your past version and your present version. Never compare yourself to other people, because they have a different journey than yourself, and it's not going to be useful for you. If you want to compare, use your past version, the past and healed version of yourself, with your present version that made progress. The next step would be to get and just keep setting new goals. Think about what you want to do next day, next week, next month, and maybe next year. But please write down and only tackle one goal at a time so you don't get overwhelmed by the so many things that you wish to go and to do in your life. And keep the momentum up. This means that it might take a whole month for you to build a new habit, for you to stay consistent, or it might take 2 or 3 months. But the important thing is to stay consistent, to do the thing, the goal, the task every single day. Keep doing it every time so it feels automatic. It's almost as brushing your teeth or waking up and having breakfast. The new task on your goal needs to feel automatic as well. And this one is for your health, but start exercising. It helps you improve your mental health and your overall well-being. So if you are not a very workout person, just start doing exercise. It can be more relaxing things like yoga or Pilates, or it can be workouts. I personally use an app, and it has a certain amount of exercises, and I just complete them, so it's easier to keep track of the exercises I do every month. So you can use apps, or you can use a diary, a notebook, or a mentor, a coach, an exercises coach. And keep positive people in your life. This can be as a community, as a mentor, as friends, family, a romantic partner. And if you don't have any ideas, I highly encourage you to join our community, our Becoming Phoenix community on Facebook. We just support everyone unconditionally, and if you feel the need to join the soul tribe, you are deeply welcomed. Okay, we are souls that went through narcissistic abuse and toxicity, and support each other through our healing journeys to rise into our deepest and highest potential. So I'm also adding the link down below the video description, so you know. So that's all for today, beautiful souls. Don't remember to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and it was useful to you, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I have another video coming, and it's the second part of this motivation series, which will be about what to do if you lose motivation. So stay tuned. The next video is coming soon, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.